Greetings, lovely people of the internet. I'm Miketendo, and welcome to the latest Miketendo Talks About, where today I'm talking about my predictions for this upcoming Smash Bros. December broadcast. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Right, so this broadcast, I'd probably say it's going to take place in the first couple of weeks of December, so we shouldn't have to wait too long until such things as new stuff, new modes, the ballot winner. So many good things that could possibly happen in this thing, and I'm about to take you through my predictions. So, in terms of new modes, I don't really see anything happening. Aside from maybe, this is a very big maybe, Amiibos Online. Because Mario Tennis Ultra Smash has Amiibos Online, and it feels a shame to just waste that on a game that barely anyone's playing because apparently it's so bare bones. But it would be really awesome to see playing Amiibos Online with Smash Bros. Because I have about 29 of the level 50 trained up Amiibos ready for a scrap and no one to scrap them with aside from themselves. And let's just say that gets pretty boring, honestly, just watching 8 Amiibos go against each other taking 5 stocked matches. That gets pretty boring after a while, so I want to see them face off against other people's Amiibos online. That would be so much fun, actually. But yeah, aside from that, I don't really see any more different modes coming. Maybe an adventure mode, in the style of the Melee adventure mode, but I highly doubt it. That's just something that would be a really pleasant surprise to see. In terms of stages, I only have a couple of stages I want to see return, and I have a couple of new ones I'd like to see. So for returning stages, first off, Big Blue from Melee. We haven't had any Melee stages returning as DLC just yet, and I feel that since it's my favourite Melee stage, Big Blue is the one I want to see come back the most. Because I just really... Well, mostly because my experience with it was from Brawl, but I just like putting on the bunny hood with Sonic and running across all the cars. It's pretty much all I did when I was born, had no one to play against. From Brawl, I would like to see Spear Pillar, or from the 3DS version, End's Castle to return to come to the Wii U version as well, because the 3DS version had the Duck Hunt stage come to it, so I figured that, well, the 3DS can give the stage to a Wii U as well. So I kind of want to see End's Castle, or maybe Arena Ferox from Fire Emblem. These are both really cool stages, and I kind of haven't played the 3DS version in a while, since I kind of traded it in for the Wii U version. So I've been wanting to replay those stages for quite a while. Maybe I'll just get the 3DS version again someday. Yep. In terms of new stages, the only new stage I actually see happening is the Splatoon stage, like in Inkopolis Plaza, where you just tour around the various areas of Inkopolis, like the Black Valley Skate Park, the Salisbury Rig, and then maybe like the things from a turf war going on in the background will affect the stage, like someone's killer whale might miss and hit the stage, or someone accidentally shoots at the stage thinking it's like a bird or something. And that would be, then you get to see ink strikes in the background. It'd be cool, it'd be awesome, explosive. Plus, Splatoon music. I love Splatoon's music so much. So, like, a remix of Splatack, or the final boss theme would be pretty awesome to see. And maybe occasionally Kelly and Mary will pop in and say, stay fresh or whatever. That'd be pretty cool to see, the Splatoon stage. In terms of other stages, I only really have one, and it's very unlikely. I kind of want to see a stage based on Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors, as unlikely as that is, because I love Sonic Colors so much. I want to see, because the Windy Hill stage is great and all, but I want to see something represented from a great Sonic game rather than a good Sonic game, okay? So Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors. With Tropical Resort, maybe the final boss music from Sonic Colors as well, maybe a couple of other new music tunes, maybe some more Generations soundtrack, because I love Tropical Resort Modern, Emerald Coast music as well. That'd be really cool to see. I just want to see another Sonic stage. And so now we move on to the big one, characters. The ballot winner. We are obviously going to be seeing at least some form of the ballot winner. Maybe even a trailer for upcoming characters. Maybe another character to come with Cloud. Speaking of which, I should probably get onto more thoughts on that. Because I did mention briefly that I was interested to see how Cloud would work, even though I have no experience whatsoever with the Final Fantasy series, let alone Final Fantasy VII. Again, I'm working on that. I want to try and play that game myself before I try out Cloud. I get really invested into Cloud, but I highly doubt I will. But really, he seems like a really awesome character. Aside, I would say that, honestly, if it were to be a Square representative, I'd rather see like Chrono from Chrono Trigger or Sora from Kingdom Hearts, since they have actually appeared on a Nintendo console on one of their games, rather than a brief appearance in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. But yeah, Cloud is looking to be a very awesome character. Again, maybe it's like a favor to the creator of Final Fantasy like Snake was back in Brawl. But really, he does open up the floodgates for third-party characters from all over now, since Cloud barely appeared on a Nintendo game at all. Although it wasn't... No, it really does open the floodgates for pretty much anything now. And it's going to be sad for people that bought PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale to know all those PlayStation mascots, they're on the Nintendo console video game now, so you're going to get that if you want them. But yeah, the most likely character... That Cloud is really going to be fun. I think he is going to get announced with another character, and that's probably going to happen sometime in December, because that would be pretty cool to see. And that character, I think, is going to be the Inklings from Splatoon, because obviously I'm a big fan of Splatoon. I've been wanting to see the Inklings as playable characters since that Splatoon was announced, I think, actually. Yeah. Because obviously I feel they have such a unique move set that they could use with their gun, with the splat shot, the splat rollers, splat chargers, bombs, burst bombs. You could have so much diversity there, and their customs would work on that as well. Like for one side special it's a splat bomb, for one side special it's a burst bomb, once it's a seeker so it travels on the ground. That could work as well for pretty good specials, honestly. And the final smash would probably just be the Ink Strike or the Kraken. That'd be really cool to see. And obviously, I have a couple of other examples of characters I would want to see that get in from the ballot. Obviously, you know my number one by now, it's Shantae. Because I love Shantae, I love Brissy's Revenge, I love Pirate's Curse. They're some of my favourite games ever made. And basically, I'm very excited to hear the prospect of Shantae possibly getting into Smash Bros. Since really with Cloud opening the floodgates, it doesn't seem like too much to ask for an indie character to get in alongside them, because she has proven quite popular as of recent, especially with how crazy the fans have been demanding for Shantae to get into this game, myself included. I mean, also with Shantae being in that Indivisible game, it doesn't seem that unlikely that she'll appear in Smash Bros. Nowadays, and I want it so badly. But I guess I should stay on the topic of third-party characters for now. The other two I kind of think have a good chance now, thanks to Cloud, is Rare's very own Banjo-Kazooie and Ubisoft's Rayman. Because, obviously, Rare was once part of Nintendo, Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie were some of the best games on the N64, then Xbox bought them out and stuff. But really, that doesn't dent their chances now that Cloud's happened, because they've definitely had more history with Nintendo than Cloud has. So I feel Banjo-Kazooie isn't as unlikely as it once was, and I feel it would be a really awesome character. Kazooie for aerial attacks, plus the eggs, the beat bomb, the flying. It'd be really cool to see how they would work in Smash Bros. Plus Final Smash would probably be Dragon Kazooie. Or maybe the Jiggy Rain that they had from Sonic All-Stars Racing. It'd be really awesome to see Banjo-Kazooie return to form with a Spiral Mountain stage with the rock remix of the Banjo-Kazooie theme from Nuts and Bolts. Because say what you want about that game, that theme is awesome. Also, moving on to Rayman, you know me, I've been a fan of Rayman for God knows how many years nowadays. I think Rayman 2 was the first game I ever played, honestly. So I'd love to see the Limbless Wonder come to Smash Bros. And while I do feel he's going to be based on more like the Origins and the Legends games, I'd be happy if he gave him his power-ups from Rayman 3 as like, at least alternate costumes. That's all I'm asking, because Recovery, he's got his helicopter hair or the mosquito that he can use to shoot people as well. He's got his fist for a neutral special or a side smash. He can throw lums. He's got a ground pound sort of attack. Final Smash could be him and the other characters beating the other team senseless, like Rayman Legends style. It would just be really awesome to see him come into Smash Bros. Even though, well, I can't really say he's unlikely now thanks to Cloud, but he's not as well known as, say, Banjo or some other third-party characters people would want to see. But I feel he has a decent chance at the very least. Well, with him, well, technically, he's probably got the most solid chance of all of them, since he's got a freaking trophy in the game. I'd say Rayman, of Cloud, Banjo, and himself, has the better chance, honestly, because he's actually got something with his face on it in the game. Yeah, moving on to first parties, again, I only really have... Well, I've got a couple, actually, but the main two, obviously, are King K. Rool and Isaac from Golden Sun. King K. Rool, you obviously know why I wanted him to see him so much. We need more heavyweight characters, we need more villains. King K. Rool's, quite frankly, been a childhood favourite of mine in terms of the old Nintendo villains, even though he's pretty much, at points, just DK's Bowser. Even though that's probably going to insult some people. Yeah, he's got his various personas from 64 through 1, 2, 3. and he can make for a very versatile and very, very good fighter. As for Isaac, I haven't really dived much into Golden Sun, but from what I remember, he was a pretty decent character, had lots of synergy attacks, earth magic, had swordplay. I mean, yeah, he's got enough sword. He's a goddamn swordsman, but I don't care. I like swordsmen. I like Link, Toon Link, Shulk, and Marth, the Fire Emblem characters in general. I never once cared about the massive amount of sword users, considering there's probably more people that fight with their bare hands instead, so yeah, not much logic there, people. But yeah, Isaac from Golden Sun, I feel, would be a great swordsman character. And of course, there's other ones like Paper Mario would be awesome to see. There's lots of awesome to sees, but I don't really feel they have much of a chance. Like, I'd want to see Sceptile, I want to see Zoroark, Paper Mario, Captain Toad? But yeah, I don't feel them as likely as the ones I've listed: Inklings, K. Rool, Isaac, and other third-party characters I can think of, like maybe Knuckles or Lloyd Irving, even though he's one of my favourites. I don't think he's got as much chance as, say, Shantae, Banjo, Rayman, or Shovel Knight, even. I'm not going to talk about Shovel Knight because I'm still worn out with playing Shovel Knight since my goddamn double bill reviews of that and League of Shadows. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on possible characters we could see. In terms of returning characters, I don't want to see any more returning characters, because when I think downloadable content for a new Smash game, I think, right, this is the chance to get those newcomers I never got in the original game. These are new things I want to see. I don't want to see just the leftover scraps from the previous games. Don't get me wrong, I love Roy, I like Mewtwo, but I'm not massive on Lucas, and so far the only real newcomers we've had are Ryu and Cloud. So, yeah. But if there was to be one more returning character, Wolf from Star Fox, because I loved using Wolf back in the Brawl days. He was really fun to use, even though he was just a carbon copy of Fox. Just give him a slightly different final smash, and I'm good. That's all I need from Wolf. Now to address the provincial elephant in the room, the Ice Climbers. We actually forgot to mention these in my discussion with John on the matter when the ballot was first announced. But I really didn't see their chances. I think the ship has sailed, honestly, on Ice Climbers' behalf. Because they can't work on 3DS. Any people say, oh, but Rosalina and the Duck Hunt don't. The thing is, Rosalina is just a big sprite and a little sprite as well. So you can easily do that on 3DS for 4 of them. But Duck Hunt is just a dog-sized model with a duck growing out of it. It's not the same as 2 same-sized models running about the same thing doing the exact same movements. It's not the same thing. So having like 8 or even 16 of them on a screen would probably kill the game. But yeah, Ice Climbers, I don't want them to just limit it to a new 3DS thing, so either they work around it with a new playstyle, or just continue to not have them at all. I'm afraid that's all I can really see working for Ice Climbers, sadly. But with that said, that's my predictions for the December Smash broadcast. It's coming in a couple of weeks. Obviously, as I just said, modes, I want amiibo stuff, stages, Blink Blue, Spear Pillar, Tropical Resort and Splatoon, characters, Inkling, Shantae, K. Rool, Isaac, Banjo-Kazooie, Rayman. And yeah, that's all I'm going to really say on the matter. I'm probably going to be doing a reaction video to the broadcast event when it comes out. So as always, I'll see you then, and I've been Miketendo. You guys have a nice day. Take care.